It's 3 p.m., Billy, and you're sprawled out on your bed, sweaty, dazed, and empty after another round of scrolling and strolling. Post-nut clarity hits you like a freight train. Your brain screaming, look at all the shit I've got to do. Anxiety sinking in like quicksand. Hearts racing, hands twitching, and you're drowning, motherfucker. Drowning your own inaction. Let me break it down for you, bitch. That anxiety, that soul-crushing, ever-present weight in your chest, it's not some chronic curse. It's not life being unfair. It's a natural consequence of you doing jack shit. You're sitting there, you're paralyzed, thinking about all the things you should be doing, and I'm gonna do this, what should I do, what should I do, I need to do this, while simultaneously doing none. You're doing none of them. Guess what, Billy? You're not special. You're not a special snowflake. You're not the only one who feels this way. Every motherfucker on this planet gets hit with this suffocating weight when they avoid the grind. The difference between you and them. They act, they push, they move, and you sit, you cry like a pussy, hoping it will magically disappear. Newsflash for you, boy, it won't. You think mental workouts and journaling your feelings are gonna save you, bro. Today I feel overwhelmed because blah 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 blah. Fuck that noise, bitch. Writing about your anxiety won't really fix it. Action is the only way to actually fix it. You're stressed because your brain is a battlefield of unfinished tasks. You're thinking about all the videos you're gonna do. You're thinking about the course you're gonna do in a week. You're thinking about blah 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 blah. Unfulfilled promises and unrealized potential. And the only way to win the war is to actually fight, Billy. When you take action, you enter the flow. When you're doing, there is no room for thinking. There is only doing, no room for worrying. You're in the moment, focused, alive. The checklist you're ignoring. That's not your enemy, motherfucker. That's your salvation. Every box you check, every task you finish is another chain breaking off your chest. But no, Billy, you're here on your bed, overthinking the next day, the next week, the next goddamn year. Paralysis by analysis, pussy. You're choking on your own thoughts because you're too afraid to take a single step forward. You will actually have to do the work at that point. That's why you feel like shit. That's why you're drowning. The most luminous of mothers didn't design you to think your way out of a problem. She designed you to act, to move, to conquer. She gave you hands to build, legs to carry you forward, and a brain to strategize, not to spiral into a pit of despair. You're wasting her gift, Billy. Wasting it on fear and inaction. You're sitting there, convincing yourself, it's too much, it's too hard, I don't know where to start. Bullshit. You start with one step, then step 2, then step 3. It's not complicated, motherfucker. You put on your shoes, you take your bike, you put on your gym clothes. I need to go to the gym. You take on your shoes, you take your gym clothes on, you put your headsets in, you use your arms and legs doing repetitions in the fucking gym. Business, you put the computer on, you write some points, and then you put on OBS Studio, and then you speak. One step at a time. The grind isn't a mystery, it's a process. You just have to show up and do it. It's not a mystery to success, it is doing. The pain, the doing. But instead, you're there paralyzed, frozen in fear, and you wondering why anxiety is eating you alive. Damnation, Billy, it's because you're feeding it every second you spend. Avoiding the grind is another bite for the beast. You want to kill it, starve it, drown it in your own sweat and blood. That's the only way. When you're grinding, there's no time to overthink. There's no time to worry. You're too busy moving, too busy building. That's the cure, motherfucker. It's the building and constant moving. When you're moving, when you're in a flow state, when you're actually doing something, that is the cure. That is the cure, motherfucker. No more reflection, no more self-pity, no action, no more of that. It's action, pure, unrelenting action. That is the thing you need to do. You're waiting for the anxiety to disappear before you start, but it never happens. And guess what, bitch? It doesn't work that way. You act first, move first, and then the anxiety fades. Not because it magically vanishes, but because you're too locked in the grind to feel it. That's how it works. The most luminous of mothers is watching, Billy. Watching to see if you're strong enough to break that cycle. To stop running from your to-do list and start attacking it with everything you've got. She's not going to save you. She's not going to give you a break. She's going to test you, push you. And if you fail, if you crumble, that's on you, motherfucker. You're not a victim. You're not cursed. You're just not acting. So stop crying, stop overthinking, and get your ass up. Start moving, start grinding, because every task you finish, every step you take is yet another victory. Another blow to the anxiety that's been ruling your life for all this time, all these years. So smile, Billy. Smile while you work, because the grind isn't the punishment. It's the liberation. It's your way out of the chaos, out of the overthinking, out of the anxiety. And if you keep going, if you keep pushing, you will realize something incredible. The pain, the struggle, the grind is not your enemy. It's your freedom, it's your salvation, it's your friend. I have a belief I actually formed some days ago, some weeks ago. Man, you really do shape your soul. You really do shape yourself as a person when you start doing the grind, and when you start listening to people who have gone to the grind. You start listening to some YouTubers. You start listening to, I don't know, John Mark Stevenson. You start listening to David Goggins. You start listening to the strong discipline guys. Then you learn a lot. And then when you're also on the grind yourself, you start learning a lot as well. But what I believe, a new belief I formed, I think it's a good belief. Maybe it's a limited belief, I don't know. But the belief I formed is that lack of productivity and action results in anxiety. Because when I am doing something, when I'm recording, I don't have anxiety. When I'm scripting, I maybe have a little bit of anxiety, but not as much as when I watch anime. When I relax, when I unwind, that's when I think of, oh, I should do this, I should do this. But I don't when I am in the fucking flow. Sometimes I do that when I'm biking and in the gym, but when I'm recording the video, when I'm scripting the video, that's when I'm in the flow state, right? When I'm not really thinking of anything. I'm in there, right? I'm in this space where I just work and get stuff done. So it's a belief I have, is that when you do productive things, productive action, or rather, when you don't do the productive action you know you should do, when you don't take action at all, when you're just all day watching YouTube and not doing the recordings you said you were going to do, doing the scripting, actually going to the gym like you said you were going to do, you're gonna eat this clean diet you said you were gonna not gonna do, this bad habit but you did anyways, you said you were going to do this thing, you said you were not going to do this thing, but the thing you were not going, you shouldn't have done, you did, and the thing you should have done, you didn't do, you did the opposite of what you wanted. And I believe that is creating anxiety. I believe that it's difficult to sleep when you haven't done what you know you should have done, or it's difficult to sleep when you haven't done much. You go to school, and when you come home from school, you lie in bed, you're trying to get 10 hours of sleep, but then you've been in school all day, you haven't really done anything to move you close to your goal. You're trying to grow a business. If you haven't spent 3-4 hours marketing that, then you feel like shit. If you haven't recorded 2-3 videos one morning, you feel like shit. But the times I record 7-8 videos and get to school, I feel proper happy and have a smile, because I know I have done a week's worth of literally recording content in the morning. And then when I get home, I still feel kind of a shit because I've spent 7-8 hours being in school, wasting my time. But the times I have grinded the whole day has been the times I slept good, and the next day grind, slept good, next day's time, made so much progress, my momentum in my business, 3 a.m. wake up, no problem. Everything feels, it is difficult, but it feels good as well. Because the moment you get out of the cold shower, the moment you do the meditation, the moment you record the 8 videos, you feel amazing. Afterwards, my throat might be dry and stuff like that, but I feel amazing anyways, right? So after recording this video, I'll probably make some lunch and then get out to gym and stuff. Train and stuff. Or maybe it's 9 a.m, it's early yet, so I'm going to the gym, and then I'm coming home eating, and then I'm maybe reading, and then I'm doing that, right? My point here is the anxiety You have anxiety because you have lack of action. You overthink because you haven't done anything. You're in bed, you're trying to think of a million different things. You can't sleep because you have so many thoughts. It is because you haven't done much action to your goal today. So this is very weird. This just might be something. I'm just gonna say something weird, but I realized that in the gym when I have, maybe this is true, but I think that when there's a flow state task, then that's the thing you need to do the most. So if I don't have many thoughts while I'm recording, that is the thing I should do the most. But I also think that where there's the most pain, that's what you should do, right? But I realize I'm not really in a flow state when I go to the gym, not really when I do my bike, but I feel kind of good afterwards. So I don't know about that one, but I do think that right now my flow state task is recording and scripting, and when I record and script I feel so good. Like when I go to the gym and after gym I feel good as well, of course I do, but I do think I feel actually best after recording 7-8 videos. I feel amazing after having done so much. I feel good after having done my morning routine, because I know I'm making so much progress right now. The happiest time is when like the hour after my morning, it's 9 a.m. in 10 minutes, so it will probably be around 9 a.m. when this video is done, or maybe earlier, but this is my 9th video, this is my last video today. I'm recording, have in the same costume recorded episode 20 to 29 today. So all the way from 3 a.m. to 9, I have done 1 hour morning routine, 1.5 hour, and then around 5, so I've recorded for almost 4 hours, I think, at this point. 9 videos in 3 hours. You could do that in one morning. It's 8:50, so I could potentially record like 4 videos before school. No reason I couldn't. Yeah, because the moment, this is probably a reason why I sleep better. Even let's say I have 6-7 hours of sleep instead of 9, or 6 hours of sleep instead of 9. I feel better with 6 because, not because less sleep. I actually think it has a lot to do with I feel better because, well, I'm not oversleeping. That's a thing, yes, but also because I sacrifice 3 hours of sleep since my bedtime is this and I'm 9 hours sleep. Another 2-3 hours working, right? Because I had this thought in my mind, I need to script 10 videos so I can record tomorrow. I script those 10 videos in those 2-3 hours, as an example, right? Or I prepare them, I have the right font size, I change little things so it will be frictionless, so I can just go record after my morning routine, so I don't have to go on my computer and write some things before I can record. No, today I got, the moment my computer went on, I could actually record. So the moment I was done with my morning routine, I could start recording. And today it was 5:30, so it actually took me almost 1.5 hours to do my morning routine. I probably have to change that a little bit, because that is pretty long. 1.5 hour morning routine, that's too much. 1 hour, that's like max, I think. So I'm probably gonna remove some things because I have the same thing 2-3 times. I have like run push-ups, then do something, then run push-up, do something, run. I would probably limit that a little bit. But yeah, my morning routine is kind of very slow today. I will probably have to change around things. But man, the time really went by. 1 hour went like this. My morning routine was done. Holy crap, it went too quickly. But even though I was tired, I got some more done. Just, I like the feeling of doing everything, when I'm, even in the evening, I work a little bit, and then there will be a point where I'm like, I'm super tired, then I go to bed, of course. And sometimes it's 7 hours of sleep, sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's even less, because I've been outside. I don't know, Christmas, I had to be at 12 or something. New Year's, it's New Year's tomorrow. As of recording this, it's 30th of December. It's New Year's tomorrow. I will probably have to be up 12, or I will not be able to sleep because there will be rockets outside at 12. So it will be difficult, but I will still wake up 3 a.m. because that's a commitment I made. And tomorrow it will be difficult to wake up 3 a.m. because That's literally, it's still New Year's Eve at 3 a.m., bro. People sleep at 2 or half 3, but that's when I wake up, motherfucker. Right? That's when I wake up, bitch. Wake up 3 a.m. anyways, because I'm a bitch if I ain't. I literally write my alarm. I think it says, wake up, bitch. As a message, and then my alarm, wake up, bitch, 3 a.m. That's literally what I call the alarm, wake up, bitch, and then it's 3:30 or 3 a.m. 3 a.m. it's now. For some reason, I actually found it easier for me to wake up 3 a.m. than 3:30. Maybe it's because I was in the middle of the sleep cycle at 3:30, but 3 a.m. was easier for me to wake up at than 3:30. So I did that. I got half an hour more, which is good and stuff, but I don't think I'm going to 2 a.m. 2:30, I'm not. I don't think I'm going lower than 3 a.m. 3 a.m. is good enough, bro. If I wake up 2 a.m., then I don't know. Maybe it's a limited belief, but I think the 3 a.m. is pretty good, bro. 3 is 30 a.m. 3:00 a.m. That's pretty early. This is how I make progress, bro. Whew. 3 to 9, 6 hours. It's already been 6 hours. I am feeling a little bit more tired, but I am grateful for all these recordings. But I challenge you, soldier. I challenge you, man who can have an attention span for 16 minutes, who actually found my channel. This thing is gonna blow up in the future as well, by the way. It's gonna blow fucking up. Some of my channels, I'm gonna blow up in some way in the future because I have this relentless pursuit, and the luminous of mothers rewards the ones who works hard like me. As I'm working hard right now, the luminous of mother will record me. No, will reward me. And I also like the process because I know the pain is where I grow, and I, for some reason, actually find it fun to grind as well. So that's good. But I challenge you, you who is watching this, if it's evening and you're watching this and it's your bedtime, but when you're watching this, you get many thoughts. You realize that there are some things you have to do. You're like, oh yeah, I was actually a pussy pushing that off. Then sacrifice an hour of sleep. It's not the end of the world. If you have an alarm that's 3 a.m., even though it's your bedtime, do some work. Sometimes you will have to get to bed at 11 and wake up at 3. That's the world. Or maybe you will have to go to bed at 12 and wake up 4. I don't know. The only thing that matters is that you wake up the same time every single day, and you do everything. You do as much as possible because the sleep is there to aid you. Sleep is a bonus, bro. Think of 8 hours sleep as the best bonus. 2 hours of sleep, yeah, fine. But think of sleep as a bonus, and that it's like a bonus for your work, but sleep shouldn't be prioritized above your work. Your work should be prioritized because, weirdly enough, 6 hours of sleep with no anxiety is better than 8-9 hours of anxiety being on a pillow. I have to do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this later. Tomorrow I'm gonna start doing this. If you just start now, and then when your brain just can't keep awake anymore, then get to bed and then wake up the same time and then push again and again and again. That's how you do it. So take action now. Take action. And that's the end of the video. Because it is important that you actually take this action, because or else it would just be another fucking video, another cute motivational video that's not gonna help you. It is the action that helps you. Now you have the education necessary. You do know that that all this anxiety, how do I get less anxious, you have the answer. It's because you ain't doing anything. So start doing, and start relieving anxiety, and start making progress, and start feeling good, and start being happy and grateful, and then thank me later. Thank me later for the success you will have now. Good on you. Good mate.